Hey everyone, welcome to the Books Are Us show, where we have lived out our story, written our story to tell our story. This show is all about interviewing authors and their process. And by you watching this show, it will help you find your story within. Welcome to this show called the Books Are Us show, where we have lived out our story, written our story to tell our story. I'm your host, Nadege Bastian, and I have the privilege of introducing Ludy London. Okay, Ludy, I have a few questions I want to ask you, but before I ask you these questions, I would also like to tell the audience that she is a mother of 3, she is an author, a dental hygienist, a cheerleading coach, and a fashionista. Okay, I want to also show you her book that she has released, her first book, The True Life of a Single Mother. I love the title of this book and I love the pictures. All right. Ludy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you kind of summed it all up, I am a mother of 3, a single mother of 3. I am an author that inspired for my kids to write this book. And I am in the dental field. I'm actually a COA, which is orthodontics. I'm in the orthodontist field. I do braces, correct great smiles, and I love to dress up. I am a fashionista. You give me the color, the outfit, anything. God gave me an eye of fashion, so I'm blessed to have that. And I'm a sister, a mentor, a leader, a coach. I love the girls. I cheerleading coach, and that's it for all. And I'm single and happy.
Yes.
Happy.
Okay, Ludy, can you tell us what caused you to write your book?
Well, what caused me to write a book? Because becoming a young mother, I became a young mother when I was 21, and you know how you think you have your life all figured out, and and now, whoop, boom, you get a test. And there it is. It's a baby. You're bringing up a child in this world. God is blessing you with something. And it's like you're never ready for motherhood. Like you never could prepare yourself for motherhood. When it comes, you have to just know you have to do your best to become the best mother that you can be. And my choices in life allow me to become a single mother. And I was like, it's so hard. But people say I make it look so easy. And I'm like, whoa. And women, different ages, like, well, how you do it, and how you do this, and how do that. I was like, well, it's the grace of God.
Yes.
And I wanted to inspire another woman or another girl that may be going through it and don't have the route, don't know where to go. So I was like, okay, it's difficult, and people think I do it so gracefully, and that's by the grace of God. I said, let me write this book. God put it on my spirit to write this book, and he put it on my spirit. He made me dream, write the words, everything that I was going through, how to encourage another woman, how to talk to my kids. We always, and as mothers, we always feel like we're not doing enough. And we are actually doing enough. We're doing more than enough, because sometimes we have to do it alone where nobody's there. And there's times that, I could be in the bed and the kids don't know, and I just cry. I'm like, God, why me? And I'm like, okay, hold on. He said he won't put nothing more than he could bear. So that's what really inspired me, my children and God and other women that didn't know a route to go through.
Okay, awesome. So in the beginning of your book, I noticed that you start off with a letter to your son and then a letter to your daughters. I just felt it was beautiful. Now, what caused you to write those letters?
Well, growing up, and especially I have Haitian parents, Haitian deceased, and they didn't know how to really talk to us about certain things or show us about certain things because of how they was raised. And I was always an outcast, and I wanted to do something different for my kids and give them an opportunity that never had, and leave a legacy behind. Because a few years down the line, when I pass away and they're older, and they'll be like, well, I remember Mom. They always had that token in the Bible, in the book. They were like, look what Mom told me, and they could go back to relate to that. Mom told me this. Mom said this. Mom, just to have that word of courage and showing them I really love them and I left something behind, and it's just a token of love.
Okay, awesome. So I remember reading your book, you were saying that you had your child immediately after high school. So did you feel like your life was over, or did you feel like your life was a pause? Like, what went through your mind?
When I got pregnant with my son, I was looking to go off to college, and I was like, whoa, how am I going to do this? And when you're young, you think you know it all, and I had it said that I'm going to go become that defense lawyer. I'm going to college. I'm going to a university. I got the grades. I got the GPA. Nobody's stopping me. And then boom. And I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know how to, accept it. Well, now it'll never happen. I'll never have a career. And now I have to face the fact that I'm having a child now. All my time goes to this child that I'm having. So it did at that 0.5 seconds until my father and my uncle, and it was really my uncle. And when they found out I was pregnant, and my uncle and father said, well, it's not the end of the world. Things happen to everybody, and it doesn't mean your life stops. You have this child and you continue and you go back to school. And that was some relief, and to come from the two men that have been in my life forever, like my first love, my dad and my uncle, it meant so much to me. So I was blessed to have those men to be role models and giving me that opportunity, giving me that encouragement that I can do this. I'm strong enough to do this. I will do this, and it can happen. Even though I didn't become that defense lawyer, but I was still able to go to school and make a career and make a living for my future. So, yeah, at that point when I did get pregnant, I thought it was a pause and it wasn't going to happen. But the right people, God sent the right people in my life to say I can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I like the fact that you said that even though you had your son, you continued. You went back to school. You continue with your life. You continue to do what you need to do to take care of your children. And I feel that you are an awesome mom. Just basically, you are a graceful mom, and you make it seem easy. So what can you say to the young moms out there that have kids, whether if they're in high school or out of high school, and they're in a place where they just feel like it's the end of the world? What would you say to those moms?
Keep pushing. God would not put nothing on you that he can't bear, and anything that comes on you, it makes you stronger. Keep going. You have something to live for. There's purpose. Once you have that child, that seed, there's purpose. It's a harvest. It's something you don't know what that child can be. They might be the next Obama. They might be the next Michelle. We don't know. So you just keep on pushing and have faith. Even though you don't see it, you can't figure it out, it's there. There's purpose in it. Just keep on pushing.
That's awesome. Do you feel that your children are your motivation? Like they give you determination to keep going?
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I have my son. I know what he wants to become, what he strives for. My daughters, what I see so much potential. I see the blessing over their life, what they could be, what mommy didn't have an opportunity they could do. So I push them themselves. Awesome. So I do this for them, and I leave a legacy through them, and they leave a legacy through the next. And it's just a generational empire. So they'll be like, mommy taught us this, and then there was like grandma taught us this, great grandma, so I believe that it's my kids, and I think God purposely allowed me to have my kids for a time like this, because I can't believe, I just imagine, I'm like, well, if I didn't have kids, what would I really be doing? What would I really be doing? I don't know, like, what would I be doing? So,
Wow.
yep.
So let me ask you, when writing this book, did you feel like you had to go through a process? And what kind of process did you go through?
I felt like I was going through labor again. I felt like I was in my 9 months trimester, morning sickness, where it was times that I couldn't even sleep because I wanted to make sure I gave the people, the women that will read this, the men that will read this, to understand the full. I couldn't just drought something out and just didn't know where it was going to go. It had to have purpose. And, through our pregnancy, we go through these trimesters and we go through this process until the labor, and then the joy, and then the baby comes out, and there goes the joy, the happy ending. And I was like, one of the great accomplishments I could say is writing the book. And, just the title alone, The True Life of a Single Mom. Mommy's life, my actual life, what I'm going through, but the life I desire. It shows the both sides of how a true life of a mother is, and the process that I had to go through. So it was a process. It was definitely a process.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as an author, what advice would you give to other authors out there, or other people that are starting out to write their book? What advice would you give them?
My advice is keep on writing. Keep on writing, even though you don't know if it's scribble scrabble, like what am I writing? If you feel like you giving the end of your story, you're writing the end of your story, and you didn't begin with your beginning of the story, still write it down, because it all will come together. It will all come together because it's your story. Nobody could author your story. Nobody could edit your story. Nobody could do your story like you, because you have to live it out. And I actually said, when I got the book, and when God allowed me to release the book, I said, thank you, God. I gave him the glory. I said, thank you, God, for allowing me to be the character of my own story. You're the author. He's actually the author. He writes it. I'm in the book of life. But to be the actor and to act the book out, it's the greatest feeling. So no one else could do it. Yeah.
Very encouraging.
Thank you.
Now, give us some information on how we could purchase your book and some of your social media information.
Well, True Life of a Single Mother, you can find it on Amazon. You also can get it on my Facebook. It's at Ludy London. And then Instagram, IG, Ludy Sweet London. And the book is only $12.99. And I usually do a Mother's Day special. And I might have a great offer soon. We're working on something. Stay tuned. But yep, that's how you can get it.
Okay, awesome. I just want to thank you for taking the time to come out and do this interview with us, and I also want to thank all my viewers for watching as well. This is the Books Are Us show, and I welcome you to come back and watch again. Good night.
Good night.